Hi, hello friends. I'm Shauna. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking all about the things that I've purchased so far this year. It's kind of like a budget update, like a budget update. Now last year, for like the first 4-ish months, I was tracking very closely all of the stuff that came into my life. And it reached a little bit of obsessive levels, and I counted stuff in that I got for free or as gifts, like basically everything. And that was just way too intense. This time, I'm thinking about doing a budget update like roughly every 3-4 months and just sharing with you what I've purchased, for some transparency, but also to just talk about how I feel about the things that I've bought, what I regret. And I like doing this, for myself, for, I guess, selfish reasons. I like to reflect and, try to make better choices for the future, but I also feel like in the transparency, like you're not alone when you screw up or when like you buy something that maybe like you feel bad about, like, should I have spent that money on that thing? Like it was a great choice, but like what if other people spent that amount of money on that thing? I don't know. So we're just about, transparency here, and I would love to hear what you've purchased and like what has been your top purchase of the year so far. We're going to get into it, and the way that I'm going to be structuring this video is in larger categories. I'll clump things together and just kind of like show you, and then we'll have more of like a discussion at the end of each category. I think that's the best way to do it because I could get hung up talking about this powder I bought for like 20 minutes. And the criteria for this video are things that I have purchased myself and has to have been purchased between January 1st and today, which is April 29th. So I've had to have spent my own money on it. Things that were gifts or PR or things like other people have bought for me, or like I inherited or thrifted or got for free, then those like don't count. Of course, those things count in the grand scheme of our lives, but not so much part of a reflection on how I spent my own money. Also, things that were under $5 are not going to be part of this video. We're not going to be obsessing about the $2 or $3 purchases that I've made. So we're going to start off with beauty, and that's the largest category I have, and it's all encompassing. It's not strictly makeup, but also goes to skincare, hair care, and like maybe some hair accessories because they're adjacent, and also like nail polish stuff. You'll see. I have all of my things here. So a couple of powders. I purchased a replacement of a powder that I finished, which is my CoverGirl powder. This is the Simply Ageless powder. Had it right the first time. And then I also had I bought this Stay Matte powder from Rimmel. This is in 004 Sandstorm. And then this one is in 210. I also purchased makeup-wise the Stay Matte foundation. This is a little dark for me, but mixing it in with stuff, it's been totally fine. And I purchased it in 103 to True Ivory. Also bought a replacement mascara, the Define-A-Lash mascara. So the Stay Matte powder is $7.99, the CoverGirl pressed powder $18.49, the foundation $8.99. This mascara, $13.28. A couple weeks back, Lara, I think I might have told this story recently, but I'll tell it again. I posted this reel on Instagram, and when I was younger, and Lara like kind of left this comment that was, humorous. Like, what are you wearing in that video? It was this, and I have since tried it, and my favorite mascara that I have talked about on this channel as being my favorite is the L'Oreal Define-A-Lash. This is better. Hands down better. I'm wearing it today, and it just makes my eyelashes like so long. Amazing. I love it. We're going to keep going. The next thing I bought is this Annabelle eyeliner. It's like a nude eyeliner. Here we go. This was $5.96, a replacement for my eyeliner that's just about to finish. I recently placed a Sephora order and I got it this morning, and I got my NARS concealer. This is in the shade Vanilla. Very happy to have this back. And then the other thing in that order was a replacement of my faded serum. So that order I used 2 gift cards for. So I only spent $22 of my own money on those 2 things. And the whole order was like $75-ish. No, more than that, like 90. And I spent, it's like 22 and change for those things. I also repurchased my Neutrogena Hydro Boost, a replacement for my like everyday moisturizer. I finished it last week before. And so I've been wearing this, another 1-for-1 replacement. And then for hair, just a couple of things. I brought the boxes because what is this? I bought the Kitsch shampoo bar, this one. And then I also bought the Attitude conditioner. So the conditioner was $14.97 and the shampoo bar was $20. So this is available at well.ca. It's like one of the only places that I know that sells this specific product. And it was out of stock, but it was like $13 or $14.99 there. So I bought directly from the Kitsch website. And on the Kitsch website, it was like 26 and change Canadian. It was in Canadian dollars. But I had 20% off coupon. So this was like $20 and like 90 cents or something like that. So I bought it. And then literally the next day, I had been trying to wait out well for a couple of weeks. And then my shampoo's running low. So I'm like, okay, I need to buy it now because it's also coming from the US. So it might take a while. And literally the next day, it came back in stock and I couldn't cancel my order. So here we are. The last couple of things, I'm going to talk about them all together because I bought them all together and I don't have my receipts because I bought them at Target. I do know the total was $60. So let me show you what I got. And I'm ending with this because this is, I feel like, the conversation starter for like my thoughts on all of this and how I feel like it went beauty-wise. I got 2 nail polishes, Olive and June. These are the 2 colors. The green one is Sagey, and then the pink one is LD. I also got a pack of hair clips. This is about $10. These 3. I wear this one the most. I think it's cute. I haven't really worn this one. I thought that this would be the one that I would wear the most because it's the biggest, but also my hair is very fine and it's like not really thick enough for it. That was not a cute moment, but yes. So I like the smaller ones. And then lastly, I bought some press-ons from Olive and June. Now, I have been wanting to try Olive and June for years, since 2020, since literally the beginning of 2020. Their shipping to Canada is roughly $30, and I just have never been able to bite the bullet. And so when I saw it, when I saw Olive and June in Target, I kind of freaked out a little bit. And I am a press-on nail girly. Like, I do like them. I'm sorry, but I like them. I like to have them every once in a while. So I was very excited about this. I also bought something for a friend. So the $60 total also included like another one of these and another nail polish for a friend. And I gave them to her and she's very pleased with them. We're just gonna dive right in there. That Target purchase was 100% impulsive. Like, I'm not gonna lie about it. It was. I got so swept up at being in Target. I was looking for something to buy. And while I was there, I didn't fully register it. It wasn't until I walked out that I fully registered what happened. I used to love Target when Target was in Canada, and I was very sad when they left. And I do enjoy myself a Target moment. Yeah, I just got swept up in this looking to buy kind of moment. And do I need this stuff? Like, did I need these hair clips? No. Did I need more nail polish? No. Nail polish was on my no buy list. So the fact that I bought some, like, I really didn't need more nail polish. Do I like the colors and will I use them? Yes, absolutely. But I didn't need it. I didn't need hair clips. Like, I already have a couple and I don't wear hair clips enough to need or want the amount of variety that I have. So will I use them? Sure. But did I need them? No. And out of all of this stuff, I feel kind of like guilty about the Target purchase, but I'm trying not to beat myself up about it. This happened in February, by the way, like end of February. And I'm not beating myself up about it because will I use everything? Yes. And I was in that area for like a special event. And now I have things to kind of remember that weekend and that moment. So it's not like a total wash. It is what it is, I guess. And out of everything that I'm about to show you, these are the only impulsive purchases I personally feel like I've made this year. We're only in April. There's, more time to make mistakes, but to have one impulsive purchase, granted, it was like kind of expensive, but only one impulsive purchase, I feel like is good. It's saying good things. And, I didn't mention this. I also bought a cleanser, a CeraVe cleanser. This one was $20.99. Also, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost was $20.99. The last time I bought this, it was on sale and I got it for like $18 or something like that. So I paid full price for this. And when I look at the collective, just about everything is a replacement, like a 1-for-1 replacement. I'm about to finish something, so here's this thing that I bought instead. I feel like the kind of exceptions would be like maybe some of this stuff that aren't 1-for-1 replacements, but they're still addressing a need. So I feel good about it. I say that because, I bought this because the foundations I was using, they weren't mattifying enough. And I was just walking around feeling like an oil slick. And why would I do that when I could not? So I bought this. Same situation with the powder. This is a really nice powder. I really, really enjoy it, but it's not the powder for the summertime. And it's not mattifying enough, especially when paired with foundations that aren't mattifying enough either. So if I had a foundation that wasn't super mattifying, it was more on the dewy side, this wouldn't be enough. I would need more support from something like this. But if I have a foundation that is very mattifying, this totally would cut it. So I do think that having a couple options is what I would like just at the moment because of the different kind of options that I have, or different foundations that I have, sorry. I do really love this foundation. It kind of surprised me how much I have enjoyed it. And everything else on the table is, I'm having good experiences with it. It's great. I'm enjoying it. And I guess the other exception would be this one. I haven't used it yet because I just bought it because my eyeliner is going to be gone. I think I've done my last sharpen. The hair stuff as well. It's been a while since I used a shampoo bar and I'm enjoying both of these. Like both of these are cleaning my hair very well. I'm having a very pleasant experience, but they were both kind of expensive. And both of these bars are saying that they'll replace 2 to 3 bottles of shampoo and conditioner. One bottle of shampoo lasts me about 4-ish months, give or take. We'll say a couple of weeks. So if one bottle of shampoo lasts me 4 months, this should last me a minimum of 8 months. I won't fully know if I feel like it's a value for money situation. And will I buy shampoo and conditioner bars every time? Probably not, because, if I'm in a month where the budget is tight and I need to replace hair care products, am I going to go for this? No. But I'm enjoying trying these out and they're working well. And you'll hear more about this at a later time. I can promise you that. Okay, let's go to the home section and then we'll end off with the like fashion section, which is the smallest. So home is kind of all encompassing as well. It's all the stuff for the home. So the first thing I got are these earbuds. They're $44.99. They are from, I don't know what brand this is. Soundcore. They're really small and I like that they're pink. I think they're cute and just like the size of them. I broke mine. Or not broke mine. My ones I had previously, they completely stopped working. No sound was coming out of them. I tried fixing them. It is what it is. So I had to buy a replacement. Also, I'm going to show some pictures of some of this stuff because I don't think it's all that exciting. Like I got a scale. My scale broke. So I replaced it. Not exciting. I also bought pillows. The scale was $33.89. I bought 2 pillows, one for me, one for my partner, $68.99. I also got a spice rack, magnetic spice rack. I'll have to show you a picture. It's on the side of my fridge and I really love it. That was $29.99. I also got a new kettle and I feel like we need to have a conversation about this because my kettle was expensive and I didn't think I'd be the kind of person to buy a kettle this expensive, but it was $95.91. I don't know. I feel self-conscious about it because I think that there's some people who'd be like, that's an absurd price to spend on a kettle when there's ones that are like $40-$50. But when you see mine, we'll talk about it. Okay. I also bought fridge bins. I just have a couple of examples to show you. I'm not going to pull them all out because this should be illustrative enough. Okay. I got this long one. The label is still on it. I have a zucchini in there. She's rolling around and it's dirty, okay? She needs to be cleaned, don't judge me. And then I have like these ones. And I have these ones in a handful of sizes. I also got lavender. And I'll talk about why this is in this category. So the fridge bins, I got 3 for $33.10. And then I also placed an order on Simon's that included the longer bin and then some glassware I will show you. And that whole order was $84.73. This lavender is $12.99. And then the glassware that I got, I have been kind of a glassware fiend and I thrifted this set of like coffee mugs, saucers, and bowls. Very cute. But I didn't buy it. So I'm not mentioning it here. The glassware I did buy, I got 2 of all the things I'm about to show you. This blue mug, so cute and it's so light. I feel like a vintage queen when I drink from it. I love it. Everything's blue. I'm having a blue moment. This glass. And then this small one. I use these very regularly. I'll have just kind of fancy drinks out of here. I usually won't drink water because my regular water glass is a little bit bigger. And this water glass is from IKEA. I'll put like a Coke in here or I don't know. I haven't made fancy drinks in a while, but that's what I would use this for. And then this one I use this most drinking almond milk with my partner. We do milk and cookies very often. And this is kind of the milk thing, but you could put anything in here. It's a small glass. So juice, whatever. I like it. They all have vintage vibes to them, which I really like. So for the home stuff, the glassware I bought in early January and I could not shut up about them when I bought them. I was telling everybody about my glassware and I annoyed everybody in my life. I bought those as part of like a Vlogmas gift to myself. Okay, so for Vlogmas, I decided that I would set about 10% of what I earned for like a gift for myself. And I was thinking that I would probably make more than $1,000 in December. And so I was going to cap my amount at about 100. If I didn't reach the 10% threshold, then, I could would spend less, but it was going to be around $100. So I bought the glassware and then one of those containers with my Vlogmas money. No regrets about it. I was obsessing about those glasses for a lot of December and then finally pulled the plug in early January. Love them, use them on a weekly basis. For the lavender, I, kind of counted this as for the home because I make lavender flavored coffee creamer with this, and I'm still trying to finesse my recipe. My most recent one was not good. Wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. So I've been kind of mad sciencing my kitchen with my lavender and kind of trying to get the recipe right. And it's just a for fun thing. It's kind of like a hobby thing. To me, it's not part of my grocery budget because I don't need it. I don't think anybody needs coffee creamer. Do we love it and drink it? Yes. But is it a necessity? No. Like if money was tight, would I be buying coffee creamer? No. Would I be buying lavender? No, I wouldn't. So it's like it's a pure for fun purchase in my mind. So it belongs here. Loving that. My kettle, honestly, I think I just feel I feel insecure about how much I spent on it because it's expensive. And I'm usually not the kind of person who would spend money, like a lot of money on that. Could you buy a $200 kettle? Yeah. There are way more expensive kettles out there. But I've always kind of been that person to, I don't know, maybe buy mid-tier small appliances like a toaster. I would not usually spend $100, $200 on a toaster because it's not necessary when there's perfectly good ones available at a lower price. But in my opinion, the ones that were lower price, they weren't cute. And you want to keep your kettle for a long time. Like you want to keep your toaster for as long as you can. I also use my kettle every day. And I didn't want to stare into an ugly kettle for 10 years. So I have my cute green kettle and I was wondering would I regret it? Like would I regret spending that much money on it? And I don't. I've had it for over a month now and I love it. And I'm staring at it now. It's so cute. It's so cute. The kettle was a 1-for-1 replacement because in my opinion, my kettle was not safe to drink out of. The kettle that I had was an older, like from the early 2000s. The kettle I had probably close to 20 years old. And there's like a metal coil on the inside and the metal was flaking off. So I was not going to take any chances to drink out of it. The last thing I'm going to talk about in this category are the fridge bins. And I have been hearing people talk about them for a long time. And I wanted to see for myself how I felt about them. And so I didn't just go off the deep end and buy like 10. I bought one and then, bought the other pack later. In my opinion, these ones that are completely closed are better than the long one that I bought because the long one does have like holes on the top. The fridge bins really extend the life of your produce. It was really shocking how much the first week I had it, how much the proper storage of your vegetables will impact their lifespan. It's been kind of incredible. And I feel like I've just had less food waste, not no food waste, but significantly less food waste. And most of my produce goes into those bins now. And I love them and can't stop talking about them too. Somebody I know in real life bought some off my recommendation and she's loving them too. So yay for that. Okay, so the last section is the clothing section, and I've purchased 4 things so far this year. The first thing, or I think the most recent, is this white cardigan. It looks like this. I bought this for a wedding. The wedding that I went to had like a very specific dress code in order to attend the ceremony. And I did not have a single item or outfit in my wardrobe that met that requirement. So I had to buy this cardigan or a cardigan to like to cover up like my shoulders and my arms. So I thought about returning this, but this was $33.99, by the way. I thought about returning this, but I kept it only because I think this would be, not only, I kept it because I think this would be good in the summertime. Like, it's a white cardigan and it's on the smaller side and it's cropped, not smaller. It's on the shorter side. It's cropped. So when you're wearing like a sundress or something or a dress in the summertime, or like you go out and it gets cooler, then you could wear something like this. And I think this is like the perfect thing for that, and something that I have been missing. Would I have purchased it? Would I have gone out looking for this at this time of year? No. But it's something that I have felt like a hole in my closet, and it hasn't been something I've prioritized. So the occasion arose. She was fulfilled. The last couple of things. I bought this sweatshirt. You've seen it if you've been on the channel, just a plain gray sweatshirt. And then I also bought 2 t-shirts. I bought this yellow one and then a white one. Now, the white t-shirt was, I feel like, strictly necessary because it's replacing a white t-shirt in my closet. Do I have more than one white t-shirt? Yes, I wear white t-shirts a lot. And having just one doesn't cut it for me. I need multiple. I would say more so in the spring, summer because of how much I love white t-shirts. Same thing with black. I have 2 black t-shirts and I have 3 white t-shirts. One of the white t-shirts is cropped and like kind of boxy, so it's a very specific fit. But in terms of like the everyday white t-shirts, I have 2. The yellow t-shirt. Did I need this? No, not in a strict sense. But do I love it and think that it's cute, spring, summery, and will go with my wardrobe and get lots of wears? Yes. So that's why I bought it. And then this gray sweater was a direct replacement for something that left. I had a couple of sweaters that they were on their last legs and stained, could not remove the stains. So I replaced 2 with 1. This is like for the gym, for around the house, and I've already worn it a good amount. Not necessarily like once a week, but every probably like handful of, like maybe like once every 10 days, kind of where we're at. So that's everything. Okay, overall, all of these things, I spent $682.23. Now, I did go over budget in a couple of ways. One, that $60 Target in person, that was not in the budget, but did I still meet my savings goals for that month? No, I fell short by 20% in the month of February, which wasn't strictly due to the Target order, but that trip my partner and I went on in February, we did plan for it, and I knew that I wouldn't be saving quite as much as I wanted to. So I saved more in the month before and more in the month after. So when I got to March, I was at my savings goal, like I was meeting it. I was actually ahead by a little bit. So in the grand scheme of things, financially, totally fine. The other thing that wasn't quite counted in the budget was these, because these were from a 2022 budget. So they weren't quite part of things, like you still have to pay for it anyways. So, there it is. Yeah, all of this stuff being like $682. When you look at this stuff, you're like, wow, that doesn't seem like $600 worth or $700 worth. And I mean, there's still stuff missing, like you're not seeing here, like my pillows and my, almost a sixth of the budget is my kettle. I mean, part of the reason why I like doing this is because it allows you to refocus and reprioritize what's important to you. This is $700 worth of stuff, and some of it, could I have made different choices? Like, could I have bought cheaper things In some instances, yes. Or like, could I have not bought something? Yes. Like, did I need these glasses? No. We've already talked about the impulse of this Target order. Do I need hair products that are roughly $30 together? More than that? No. I could be making different choices. And this exercise, I think, is helpful in understanding what's worth the money to you. And sometimes it's not until we get we have hindsight where we get to think about if something is worth the money to us or not. I did a post on Instagram last week about the cost of my everyday makeup routine. And that was about, I think it's about $400. Well, then I'm going to go check. Yes, $406.96. The point of that post wasn't to try and get the cheapest everyday makeup routine as I can get. That wasn't it. It was about seeing the cost of my routine and asking myself what parts of this routine are worth the money to me and which ones aren't. And I learned a lot in just doing the exercise of that exact thing. And this is kind of a larger exercise in that thing of, is the way I'm spending in these categories, is that worth the money to me? And in some respects, yes. I would pay $20 for this. It's my favorite moisturizer. I love it. I love this. I would pay more for it too. This price, very, very happy with it. Same with a lot of the makeup and the skincare that I've purchased. These I'm not totally sold on. But then other things is more so the question of like, should I have purchased this thing? It's not so much, does this thing bring me joy? Does this enhance my life in some way, or could I find a cheaper option? But did I need this thing at all? Did I need this thing at all? I don't know. This is kind of where I want to be a little bit careful, because I don't want to get into this slippery slope of obsessing over a $12 t-shirt or obsessing over a $10 hair clip. But all this stuff is cumulative, $700 almost. So that's where my headspace is at. One of the things when I kind of look at a lot of this stuff, not all of it, but a good chunk, are replacements. My kettle and my pillow, for sure. A lot of the skincare and makeup replacements. My earbuds replacements. My scale replacement. I had a lot of stuff break and malfunction in the last couple of months, or, the pillows. Learned some nasty facts about pillows. So I would say a good chunk of this budget, probably at least a quarter, 1-for-1 replacements of stuff that broke. Hold on. No, let's do the math. 35.4% just on stuff that broke or replaced. And we're not even talking about skincare replacements. And that's something that I didn't actually account for in my budget this year. I didn't really have a mechanism for replacing the stuff that broke, other than I do have a small home budget for stuff around the home. And then I also have a flex budget, which is around $65 a month. So some of it was able to be captured in those two arenas, but others weren't. And then I do have a small beauty budget. So some months I didn't spend any money. Like January, I think I spent $20 of my budget. And then, in February, I spent more, and then less in March. So things like that. Your year isn't always even. And I think going forward for the rest of the year, just considering the budget for replacements and working that into my budget, just kind of for the future. I'm overall pleased with how I've spent my money, we'll call it non-essential money, basically not food, shelter, that kind of stuff. Overall pleased with how I've spent, not perfect, but pleased. I still feel like I have more things to consider, more thoughts that are brewing. And if editing, Shauna wants to share them with you. We'll see. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again around here soon. Bye.